All right, hi there and welcome back to the introduction to the n8n advanced flow nodes. This video is part of a full video series, so if you didn't check out the other videos, make sure to watch the whole playlist. So in this video, I want to introduce you to the for loop, and different from the other videos, I don't just want to show how it works, I just want to create a little scenario for it. So let's just say I want to check how the weather is in my location. Then I use the open weather map, edit the fields to only read position, temperature, and the nearest town, and output this via our logger. So if I run this in Stadtlohn, we have below 10 degree. That's not really good. It's normal in January, but not really good. We want to go to the sun. So first thing we would do is maybe lower the latitude a bit. Let's say we go to 51. And if we execute, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer, but well, that's not really beautiful. And this would take a while if we would always click here, change the value and go back. So what we can do is we can create a for loop and just go south and get the most southern position. So let's add a for loop. Let's start at latitude 51. We want to end at, well, let's say for example 48. And as we are eco-friendly, we only want to go 0.3. Is it degree? I think degree. A latitude down, which is like maybe 30 kilometers, something like that. So, of course, we don't want to connect it to the finished. We want to connect it to the counter. In the counter, I have to run that one, and then I can say latitude shall be our counter. And well, we only want to output everything after it's finished. So we put our edit field up here, move our finished over here, move the output of open weather to data in, because what open weather provides us back is the data. And very important, we connect counter out with counter in. This ensures that the node is run multiple times. Otherwise, if you don't receive any input here, the node will not continue, and that might indeed cause a problem. If data is empty, but counter is connected, then everything's fine, the node will start again. But if data is empty and you did not connect the counter, the application will just be stopped. So if we run this multiple times, I don't want to DDoS open weather map, so better to add some wait here. And let's say we wait for 3 seconds. We don't request that often, so 3 seconds might be okay. And let's click on execute. And we have an issue with the open weather map. Okay, yes, sorry. I have this 51 still in here, and then that was incompatible, of course. So let's try it again. We run, wait for a few seconds, run, wait for a few seconds. So we can lean back. That might take a while. We go, I think 3 degree down or 4 degree down, each degree 0.3, so somewhere between 9 and 12, I think. Okay, we did it. And well, our output is just the temperature at the very lowest point, because, well, we output here, then we input our data again. But everything that is output here is just the latest input from data in. So what we need to do is we need to merge the data. So we add a merger here, merge. We can simply append, move that over here, delete this connection, connect, and then go back to data. Move this down a bit so that it's better readable. It's a bit ugly with the lines, but if you hold your mouse over the line, you can always see which one is connected to which. So let's just for the moment lower this a bit so that we don't have to wait that long. I hope that should run. I can also increase this a bit, let's say like 0.6. That makes it a bit faster. Clean our list here, execute. And here we go. We have a few temperatures and whoa, it's all bloody shitty German weather. We don't really want that. One thing you recognize is we have an empty line up here. And this is because we have use input activated. If you activate this, then at the very first run of the for loop, the data coming in from the left will be output to the right. So if we deactivate that and run again, here we go, the empty line is gone, but still shitty weather. So now we would like to find a place with more than 20 degrees, something like that. To do that, we have to replace this here and let's say like 10. I think if we go down to 10, then we should be fine. So can step down -2, do it 50 times, do it 25 times, 20 times now, because 52 minus 10, 41 by 2 divided by 2 makes 20. So we request 20, execute. And 20. And yeah, okay, that looks a bit better. Here we have our 33 degree. Well, that's already quite a lot. I mean, we would like to go to, okay, pretty sure that this is in the ocean. So something where we have a place nearby. Well, we could run like that, but that might take a while. We can also just say, okay, if we found our first place, we skip the loop and can just cancel the loop. So let's add an any here. Any, if there is any place where the string is not equal to empty. So in the merge, what do we have here? We have the name. So our name shall not be empty. And the number, the temperature shall be above 25 degrees. So if we have any matches here, we output them. Whoops, not from here, sorry. In case we don't have any matches, we go like that. And in case we have any matches, can just copy this, move it over here, say any, and output place found. So if we run that one, there is some error. Let's see, what did we do here? Ah, yeah, okay, I checked smaller. That's not a good idea. So let's do this again. Did I by any chance change the any and all? No, that's fine. Okay, let's do this again. Now we're running a loop a few times. And now we found a place, Alit, the first place that is above 29 degrees. In case we don't go far enough south, so let's, for example, say here 21 degrees. Now we would receive a list of places with weather and temperatures, but you see, well, nothing warm enough. So I think we really have to go to 19 degrees. Well, basically that's how you use the for. You could switch the changes here to smaller. Very important is the safety switch. If you deactivate that and say, for example, like 0.0000001, then the thing will run forever. And you might mess up even with your backend. So very important, during development, keep this one on, and in production, keep that one on. Only deactivate it if you are sure what you're doing and you know that the execution of this node will run more than 1,000 times or will take more than 2 minutes. Only in that case, deactivate the safety switch. Otherwise, please keep it active. Okay, so that's how the for loop works. But there's one more thing we can do. In our list here, or better, in our list before, we had several places where we could go. In our second list, when we output here, we only have one. But what if we want to have a list of up to 5 places, or a full list if nothing matches our requirement? So if the temperature is below 25 degrees everywhere where we're looking, it provides us a full list of where we could go without a good temperature. If it is more than, let's say, 3 places where we could go, we should just cancel the loop and say, okay, those are the 3 places where you can go. So how do we do that? I detached our edit and log out, or our edit and our logger from the n8n node, because I need to put something in between here. Let me reconnect it and then click the plus. We have a node that is called the size check. The size check does nothing else than just checking if a list exceeds a certain amount of entries. You can activate or deactivate the count empty nodes. An empty empty nodes, empty items. Sorry, that's wrong wording here. An empty item is, for example, what you receive with this execute workflow. This is just an empty element that just triggers that our execution will start. We don't have any empty elements, so we can keep that in. And we want to have up to, let's say, 4 places. So if we have 4 places, or if we have less than 4 places, we don't connect here. We connect back to our data in. Okay, now it's gonna be really bad to see. Sorry about that. So we connect to that. If we have more or equal, then we want to output our list. So to make that run, I have to adjust the end value here. Let's say again 10. And of course I have to adjust our step values here. 0.5. We already know that, well, up to like at least 40, the temperature is too cold. So we are, let's say 35, so we can skip those ones. And we don't want to use the input. So let's just run this. Ah, sorry, I missed something here. Data in. Yeah, same issue as before. If 35 is smaller than the end value, bigger than the end value, and we put a positive step value, well, that was stupid of me. Sorry about that. So 35 minus 0.5 until we reach 10, or until we reach 3. We found 3 places to go. So let's just run, lean back, and watch the magic go. All right. We found 3 places. Well, basically all just with the same place here. So the latitude and longitude are different, but this seems to be such a lonely city that, that we basically received this city 3 times. But hey, we have a few places to go. And looks like rlead is a very, very good idea to go. Of course, we could put some deduplication here with the item lists. Remove duplicates. Remove duplicates. And we only want to check against the name. Come here. That was not what I wanted. Selected fields. So, and now fields to compare name. Yeah, that makes more sense. Let's adjust the values here because we don't have to start for 35 if we know that it gets important from 20. So let's go here, but we might have to go a bit further down. Let's say 8, And if we now run this, you can see we now jumped into the item list, and it keeps on finding the same place over and over again. But now it found 3 different places, and yeah, well, it had to go quite far. This seems to be a very, very lonely town. But hey, this is the 3 places where we could go if we go straight south to have a beautiful weather with above 25 degrees due to open weather maps. Let's summarize what we did. We've created a for loop that calls open weather map, provides the counter as a latitude, then waits a while to avoid DDoSing. And the thing is, if you send a request too often, the API will not answer, and that would also not be very nice of you. So please don't do that. Always add such a wait. We check if any of the data sets that we received is above 25 degrees. Then we go to the item list, check if we found one city, or check if we found cities multiple times. If we have more than 3 cities found, so if we have 4 cities found, then we output the cities. Otherwise we go back and we output what we input, and by that we grow our list over time. If we can't find anything, then at the end we at least provide all the cities, well, that we had. Not even sure where we would go. If we find any place, but we don't find 3 places, then here we would output the places that we found. If we did not find any place, then we would output the full list, and you could select, well, which temperature is closest to where I want to go. Okay, that was quite a long video, but I hope it helped you to understand how our for loop really works. Hope you enjoy working with the advanced flow nodes, and hope you check out the other videos. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.